Hello and welcome to today's video. Today we are going to be talking about the Dalek 2022 special and what to expect in it. And just really quickly, a little something to the people actually watching this video. Don't worry, the image on screen isn't going to stay here. I'm going to have some little visuals on screen just in a moment. But basically, I just want to say really quickly before we actually get into it, that this is just kind of based on speculation, based on stuff that we do know, and just generally how TV and film and all that lovely stuff works. So let's get into it. Obviously, the Dalek special, we assume a Dalek special is coming on January the 1st of 2022. And the reason why I say assume, and I specifically say it like that, is because, well, obviously for the past 2 years, we have had January specials with the Daleks. Obviously, we had Resolution, which had the Dalek Recon Scout, and then we had obviously Revolution of the Daleks, which it had the Revolution, the Recon Scouts in there again, but this time a little bit different and all of that lovely stuff. So we can only naturally assume that the next New Year's Day special on 2022 will feature the Daleks. Now, we know that Jodie Whittaker isn't going to be regenerating all the way until much later next year, around probably October, November time. So, that means there's a lot of gap for the Daleks, and it means that they probably won't come back, maybe for don't think they'll have 2 whole specials. They might have 1 whole story over 2 specials, done another video on that. Be sure to go and check that out if you're interested. It's basically a theory talking about how we could see a Dalek 2-part New Year's special all throughout January, on January the 1st and January the 16th. But basically, for the next special, I think we're going to see the Recon Scouts again, obviously, because it's kind of where it all started, really, with them all. That's how it all began. I think that's going to, it makes sense naturally to carry on using them and to carry on doing that with them. I don't really know what capacity they could be in. They might have a slight redesign, but I hope not personally. I really like the design of the Recon Scout Daleks when they're actually fully completed, with the red lights especially. I think it looks really, really nice. So it would be a real shame, I think, if they don't use that again. I think it's really nice design. Maybe that's because I love the kind of more dark looking Daleks, and also I love lights in general, so that could be a little bit biased there. But I do think that they're going to be really great if they use that design again. So, what to expect general episode wise? I think we could see potentially, as I'll explain why, either a Dalek Supreme, whether that's for the Recon Scouts or just normal Daleks, a Dalek Supreme, a Dalek Emperor, or creator of the Daleks, Davros. And the reason why I have this kind of little hunch is because it's the natural progression if you think about it. So obviously we had just 1 single Dalek, which obviously was the Dalek Recon Scout, the first one. And then we had the next scale up, which was a few more Daleks. When I say a few more, a lot more Daleks. And then obviously bringing in kind of an opposing side Daleks. So then the next step up is to bring in a whole empire of them, run by, a big bad. So, a Dalek Supreme version, an Emperor, or obviously creator of the Daleks, Davros. Which would be kind of interesting to see what side he goes for, because obviously the sides are kind of versing each other. So I guess he'd probably go for whatever's loyal to him, or would he stick to the ones that's purest? It's a little bit of an arc. Maybe he could, if it's over 2 specials, that could be very interesting to see, because you'd have a lot of time to flesh it out. Maybe he kind of tricks his first side and jumps over to the Recon Scout side. Something else to expect, I think that we could see some returning characters. What I mean by that is, obviously we had Jack return in Revolution. I don't necessarily, probably most likely to be someone returning who we don't know yet, so that means someone new introduced in Series 13. It could be Graham, it could be Ryan, although I think Graham was seen in this final centenary special, so maybe him being in 2 might be a little bit of a stretch, but I don't know. Maybe it was for that special. We know they filmed out of water for COVID, but we could see some, potentially returning characters for that. Also, another thing that we could obviously be expecting is a great new, kind of updated soundtrack even again. Because the sound themes for the Daleks and Resolution was obviously updated for Revolution, so then it makes sense that they'll be upgraded again. And if we go with what my theory is, that obviously it's ramping up to an Empire with an Emperor Supreme or Creator, that they're going to need a bigger, badder theme even than before. Regarding the name of the special, obviously we had Resolution. It's not called Resolution of the Daleks, but it's kind of just assumed it's, it's pretty much Resolution of the Daleks, right? Then obviously we had Revolution of the Daleks. We had Resolution, Revolution. So it makes sense naturally to have another Ushin. Maybe regeneration, maybe reproduction of the Daleks. Don't know if that's more like a different kind of thing. It kind of loses the vibe a little bit. I don't know. Also, reproduction could mean a very different thing for Daleks. But obviously, for the thing I've used here on the thumbnail, you can see like kind of an Emperor type thing making all these Daleks. So it could be something along those lines. But obviously, maybe regeneration, especially with the Doctor now being, having infinite regenerations through the Timeless Child, obviously being the Timeless Child, then, it could link into that. I mean, we saw them try something similar before, so if they're bringing back Davros, then it kind of progresses the arc, and we do know Chibnall does kind of like to link back a little bit every now and then, which I do like about his era. So that's just kind of a few basic things that I was discussing generally that we could see coming back. If you have any ideas of what you'd like to come back, or what you kind of can expect to see in the next Dalek special, maybe even a name suggestion that you think the BBC could perhaps use, leave it in the comment section down below, because I love obviously telling you my ideas, but I love even more hearing better ones thrown back at me. So that's going to be it for this video. Leave a like if you want more like this, and obviously there will be more like this in general, because I want to make more kind of one's just talking about the Dalek special, because obviously the Daleks are my favourite thing, and the whole channel is going to be based above that, and they're just really interesting to talk about, especially as we get closer and closer to New Year's Day, and we can hopefully find out more and more. So that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all later. Have a lovely day, evening, or wherever you are in the world, and bye bye.